let's punish these guys now, see how well this goes. So, lightning guy's going to throw some lightning. This guy's going to wing a thrust. I'm going to punish him. Stun locking. Oh, that's bad news. But we've got range on our side. I'm keeping this pillar between me and him. He's not a problem on his own. And he taunts a lot, so you can do this, which is cool. That can be dangerous, that. It's one of those places where you can do it a million times and have no trouble, but the one time you don't want to have trouble, trouble finds you. And once you've done that, and you've got that key, well, you don't have to turn that thing off, but once you've got the key, if you use the bonfire, and even if you didn't, when you use a homeward bone, it'll save you running back up. Because I'm super fucking lazy on this game, me guys. Especially when I've got lots of items. If you hear it going down near the microphone, that is my coffee, unfortunately. I'm as gorilla of a setup as you can get. Oh, these dickheads are back. Let's race them. Race them! Thou shalt not pass, my giant hammer. Oh wow, they didn't aggro. Haha, fuck you boys. I'm on the ladder first. Can't believe I'm on the ladder first. And you can go down there if you want to. Do some fancy jumping, but I'm not interested. But Halo's coming out pretty damn soon, as is Call of Duty. So many good games coming out. I can't wait to see what they do for the channel, because my channel at this moment in time is really blossoming, which is awesome to see. There's been a lot of new subscribers. You gonna... No? I thought you were gonna do a second attack. Nearly did me. And it's really great to see that evolution, because some channels never evolve. They really don't. They stay small, and there's always a fear in the back of your mind when you create them that yours is going to be one of those channels, and I'm fortunate enough at the moment to say that there is being some steady growth. Is he going to hit me here? Wow, he is. What a dick. And he hurts. This bow is slow. Fucking trash bow. I'm so used to using the composite bow that this is actually semi-accurate. It's getting me screwed up a bit. There we go. Headshot the bitch. Lower it ever so slightly. We should be able to time him here. Yeah, there we go. But I did read a comment of somebody saying that it saddened them that I'd been rude to people in comments. And it's a legitimate point, because I can be rude in comments, I can be extremely aggressive in comments. It all depends on the class of the comment, but a couple of things to bear in mind, guys, as far as my defense of this point is, I deal with a lot of people who write and comment some of the most stupid things ever on YouTube. And the easiest way to deal with these people is to crush them, because they're obviously not interested in the channel, they're obviously, you know, too busy trying to prove whatever point they have, so much so that they will argue it to the bone. They're just not the type of people that I enjoy, you know, conversing with on the channel. Because when I started YouTube, I didn't do it for, you know, for drama. I didn't do it to interact with a million people. I did it to create content that people could use. And the cool side effect of this is I've been exposed to a lot of cool people who enjoy what I'm doing and are really interesting dudes. And that is great. That is fantastic. But the amount of time I waste on idiots is unacceptable, and I just don't have the patience for it anymore. So nowadays I just trash them, I really do. And it's one of those things where when I get into a debate with somebody, if it turns into just, you know, like a schoolyard argument, I'll simply block them, because I don't have the time for it. And one thing I've always said on this channel is if you're getting offended by what I say, then you're taking it too serious. You're not doing it right. And there's a lot of subscribers that I've disagreed with, or I've been quite short with, and I've come across as really harsh, and they've just kind of, you know, accepted it as something that can happen and got on with it. And, you know, there's no beef between us or anything. It's just how it works. Like, to drop a name, there's a guy called Numina Reborn. He is an extremely intelligent guy, he's a good gamer, he's been with me for a long time, and every so often he uses me like Google, and I can be quite sharp with him because I might be busy recording, I might be wanting to do things, and I've probably sent him things that if we were in real life I would have apologised for, because I come across as quite harsh, but he just kind of took it on the chin. I think he understood that I didn't mean anything by it, and you know, he's still on the channel, he's still leaving comments, he's an awesome guy. And that's kind of where you've got to be. But if you come just to the channel to disagree, or just to the channel to say something against me, or something that I deem is, you know, downpointing an argument, like one thing, if people say I'm wrong with something that I've said that I believe is right, I will thrash you. I will completely thrash you. And it's beyond opinion at that point. It's the privilege that I have that this is my channel and I'm here to share my focus with it. That is just all it is. And if I get replies that are objective and that are mature, then we can debate for days and we'll probably agree to disagree in the end. But if it just turns into that pissing match, I'm not interested, and I'll just tell you to go fuck yourself and die, because it's just who I am. Like, I don't need it, I don't want it, and I shouldn't have to put up with it. And I do lose a lot of subscribers, so there is justice, guys. If you think that it's a comeuppance for not being a super nice person, there is. I do lose subscribers, but the people that stay are the cool ones, and I don't mind that. Like, I didn't start YouTube to be a politician. I'm not going to censor myself, and I'm not going to be nice to everybody, because there's just no point. This is the internet. This is where assholes go to congregate, and you've got to put up with that. But I just thought I'd put my perspective out there, because I will be the first to agree. I can come across sharp in comments, but one of the other factors that people don't realise is there is absolutely no context or tone in text. So you don't know if it's sarcasm, you don't know if I'm meant to be offensive, or if I'm just being offensive for the sake of saying something ridiculous, which I do a lot. And I've got to remember that this is a mimic, because the last time I was talking with somebody, this guy ate me. And it was the first time it's ever happened, and it will be the last, I assure you. Dickhead. But one thing to bear in mind about that little topic I just shared is I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I like people disagreeing, but it has to be a valid point, and it can't be something that is, you know, a preference. It really can't. Like, when I say that Resident Evil is kind of broken, it is. That's not me, you know, attacking the game for being a poor game. That's not me unfairly judging something that someone else likes. That's not how it works. That game is kind of broken in areas. Some of the mechanics on that game are massively inferior to the previous titles in that series. It's criminal that they've released, you know, such glaring holes in a system that used to be pretty damn solid. And when people disagree with that just because they really like Resident Evil 6, that becomes more of a personal thing than an objective view on a game that has some bad functions. And you can't argue that, regardless of how stubborn you are. It's just pointless. And those are the kind of arguments that I find really annoying. And those are generally the ones that I snap to, because it's people saying things that aren't true, and they're arguing it, and they're arguing it for the sake of arguing. And don't get me wrong, like, I was the class clown, guys, when I was at school. I'm the dude that enjoys arguing with people. I put people in place like it was my fucking job, because I'm a confrontational kind of guy. That's just how I've always been. You know, it's no water off my back, because, like, there's a saying that people say towards comedians where you don't argue with a comedian because it's their job to, you know, to make you look like a fool. And I'm no comedian by any standards, but I'm pretty quick when I want to be. I'm pretty fast, so, you know, good luck. I say things to win, I don't say things to be nice. Oh, Golem. No! See you later, Golem. I just find it really funny, especially in accordance to some stuff. Like, one person on a video, I can't remember his name, that's the reason that I would have said it if I could remember it, because I'm not the dude that doesn't name drop. If somebody's having an issue with me, I will call them out, because I couldn't give a single fuck, guys. I really couldn't. You know, if you've earned my respect, I'll respect you. If you disrespect me, fuck you. It's that simple. But here we go. Try not to die. And this guy was arguing on one of my videos a fact in Dead Space 2. It was something to do with the nodes and the node rooms. And this guy was saying, oh, you're wrong, you don't know what you're on about, you're this, you're that. And it was like 20 comments of arguing, and just sheer arguing. And the best part, the part I loved the most, was the thing that I was talking about is in a fucking tooltip. It's on the loading screen in the game. In the game. And this guy is arguing that I'm wrong when it's something written in the game. And it's those conversations where you just think to yourself, who are these people? Where do they come from? Is there some like toxic waste spilling into someone's sink and then going through a housing estate and, you know, affecting the semen of the men, and then they then create these giant mongoloids that come and question me on videos about games? It's like, who are these fucking people? And everyone on YouTube is a complete, you know, gaming god. They've done everything, you know, one hand behind their back, and they're absolute phenoms in every game, in every situation, and they never do wrong. And I believe that firmly. Did not realise he had aggroed. Could die. Oh, go away, stupid crabmen. These are one of the worst enemies on the game, these, if you don't know them. Because not only do they have a lot of life, but they're really good at interrupting you, they're really powerful, and the aggro in this room is strange as shit. But a lot of people on YouTube that, you know, are these devout dudes that tell you that you do things wrong, or you should have done this, and some of it is kind-hearted because they want to tell you a good strategy, but a lot of it is ego, and then when you go to the channels, they've got no content whatsoever to back up what they've said, and those are the worst kind of people in my opinion. Because they're the story toppers, and we all know that guy, that dude who tops everyone's story. Like, it could be that guy that jumped from the fucking, you know, jumped from orbit, jumped from the highest point on Earth, like, literally kissing the heavens. And if he said it when there's that guy in the room, he'd have a story better, because he's the professional story topper. And everybody knows that guy, and everybody hates that guy. And if you're that guy, dude, nobody likes you. Stop doing it. Please, just let somebody have the glory for once. And if you've got a similar witty anecdote, just share it with less enthusiasm. You don't have to go over the top and make out like you caught Mary fisting Jesus. You don't need to go that far. But we're coming up on Seath here, and I could die against Seath because I do have a really good strategy against him, but it does go wrong pretty much all the time. And I don't have any rings or anything worth using. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've done okay so far. I can always spam humanities, because that's what all the good players do. But this is... oh wow, input. I don't know why it rolled then, guys. That was strange. I must have queued it. See what he does. So if you're wondering why there's those people stood around all cursified, those are actually other human players that have been cursed, which is really cool. It's one of the coolest parts about this game, those little moments. Is he stunned? I believe he is. Let's see if we can get his tail. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, not quick enough. But you can easily cut his tail. Why is he doing it twice, dickhead? I'll have less of that. I'm over here. Have we got any blossoms? Oh, 5 blossoms. That'll do. And there is a loop for Seath, if you're wondering, but it can be quite dangerous if you've not got a really high damage weapon. And this weapon, while it is... oh, fuck, wrong button. It is damaging, it's not as fast... oh, God, that's not going to help much. And if you watch, he's going to do the really close one. Oh, wow, he did the punch. Unusual. I didn't stay long enough, I believe is what that is. Come on, dickhead. Come on, you baghead. No, no, no. None of that. None of that, son. No, thank you. Be really careful behind his tail, because that is always coming. If you don't cut it off, that will work every time you go behind it. And the people that have tried to cut Seath's tail off and had a hard time, they will tell you how much that move sucks. They really will. Come on, asshole. There we go. That's what we want. Can I hit him this time? And then he should do... watch. Yeah, he does the close one. And all you do is you stand here, or you should then try and do the wide one. That didn't work. There we go. There's the wide one. Then you come in, you attack him a couple times, then you get out. And you'll notice See what I mean? It's like the perfect loop. He can't damage you, and you can damage him. And that is, I believe, a flawless Seath the Scaleless fight. So that's not too bad, that. I can't remember if I healed. If I did, I'm an idiot, and it's not flawless, but it looked pretty good. My short-term memory is atrocious, so I'm not even going to argue it. But hit the bonfire, and that's one Lord Soul down.